जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी। जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी। जय गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी। दास पहिया बजाओ ठीक करके। कहाँ से सिखाए? जय गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी। जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी। जय गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी। जय जशोदानंदन व्रज जन रंजन। जशोदानंदन व्रज जन रंजन। जशोदानंदन व्रज जन रंजन। जशोदानंदन व्रज जन रंजन। जमुना तीरा वनचारी। यमुना तीर वनचारी। जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी। जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे। हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे। हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे। हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jai Ho Radha, Krishna Chandra Radha, Krishna Chandra Radhe. Jai Ho Radha, Krishna Chandra Radha, Krishna Chandra Radhe. Jayo Nitai Gauranga, Nitai Gauranga, Nitai Gauranga, Jayo Nitai Gauranga. Jayo Jayo Prabhupada, 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 Prabhupada. Jai Om Vishnupad Paramhamsa Parivrajacharya अष्टोत्तर शतश्री श्रीमद डिवाइन ग्रेस अबाई चरण भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राजकचार्य अष्टोत्तर शतश्री श्रीमद डिवाइन ग्रेस श्रील भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती ठाकुर गोस्वामी श्रील प्रभुपाद की ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायणं नमस्कृत्यं नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरये। नष्टप्रायेषु भद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवती उत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी। Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, 3rd canto, 19th chapter, text number 24. विनष्टासु स्वमायासु भूयश्चाव्रजय केशवम् ऋषोपागुहामनो अमुम् ददृश्ये अवस्थितं बहिः। विनष्टासु स्वमायासु भूयश्चाव्रज्य केशवम् ऋषोपागुहमानोऽहमुम् ददृश्ये अवस्थितं बहिः। विनष्टासु स्वमायासु भूयश्चाव्रज्य केशवम् ऋषोपगुहमानोऽमुम् ददृश्ये अवस्थितं बहिः।
विनष्टासु स्वमायासु भूयश्चाव्रज्य केशवम् ऋषोपगुहमानोऽमुम् ददृश्यवस्थितं बहिः।
Word meaning vinashtasu, when dispelled. Swamayaya is magic forces. Bhuyaha again. Cha and avrajya after coming into the presence. Keshavam, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Rusha, full of rage. Upaguhamana, embracing. Amum, the Lord. Dadrishe, saw. Avastitam, standing. Baihi, outside.
outside.
Translation purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada.
Jai Shri Prabhupada.
Translation. When the demon saw his magic forces dispelled, he once again came into the presence of this personality of Godhead, Keshava, and full of rage, tried to embrace him with his arms to crush him. But to his great amazement, he found the Lord standing outside the circle of his arms. Please repeat the translation. When the demon saw his magic forces dispelled,
When the demon saw his magic forces dispelled,
he once again came into the presence
he once again came into the presence
of the personality of Godhead Keshava,
of the personality of Godhead Keshava,
and full of rage,
full of rage,
tried to embrace him
tried to embrace him
with his arms
with his arm
to crush him.
to crush him.
But to his great amazement,
But to his great amazement,
he found the Lord
found the Lord
standing outside the circle of his arms.
standing outside the circle of his arm.
Purport. In this verse, the Lord is addressed as Keshava because he killed the demon Keshi in the beginning of creation. Keshava is also a name of Krishna. Krishna is the origin of all incarnation. It is confirmed in Brahma Samhita that Govinda, the Supreme Personality of God and the cause of all causes, exists simultaneously in his different incarnation and expansions. The demon's attempt to measure the Supreme Personality of Godhead is significant. The demon wanted to embrace him with his arms, thinking that with his limited arms he could capture the Absolute by material power. He did not know that God is the greatest of the great and the smallest of the small. No one can capture the Supreme Lord or bring him under his control. But the demoniac person always attempts to measure the length and breadth of the Supreme Lord. By his inconceivable potency, the Lord can become the universal form as explained in Bhagavad Gita, and at the same time he can remain within the box of his devotees as their worshipable deity. There are many devotees who keep a statue of the Lord in a small box and carry it with them everywhere. Every morning they worship the Lord in the box. The Supreme Lord Keshava, the personality of God Krishna, is not bound by any measurement of our calculation. He can remain with his devotee in any suitable forms, yet he is unapproachable by any amount of demoniac activities. Thus ends the Bhaktivedanta purport. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swamin Nitinamine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine जय श्री कृष्णा चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधरा शिवा सादि गौर भक्त वृंदा हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्णा हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे. विनष्टासु स्वमायया स्वमायसु भूयश्चाव्रज्य केशवम् ऋषोपगुहमानोमुं ददृशे अवस्थितं बहिः. When the demon saw his magic forces dispelled, he once again came into the presence of the Supreme Personality of Godhead Keshava and, full of rage, tried to embrace him with his arms to crush him. But to his great amazement, he found the Lord standing outside the circle of the arm. So the Lord, Jai Shri Radha Krishna Chandra Bhagavan ki. Nobody can capture the Lord, but demons, because of ignorance, think that they can control the Lord with their so-called powers and strength. The Lord can be captured only by pure devotion, pure love. We see in the Damodar Leela, Yashoda bound Krishna. And when we sing Damodar Ashtakam, it says, Iti driksva leelabhir ananda kunde swagosham nimagnyantam akyapayantam. So that line, what does it mean? Iti driksva leelabhir ananda kunde swagosham nimagyantam akyapayantam. The Lord is in his own leelas. Iti drik swaleelabhir ananda kunde. He is getting so much pleasure out of his own leela. Swagosham nimagyantam. Only if he allows you, swagosham. If he allows you, you can be part of that. Otherwise, you cannot forcefully tell, hey, I want to enter. It's like even in the material world, you cannot say, I want to go to United States now. No. They have to give you the visa. Hmm? You cannot force your way through it. If you try to force, what will happen? Say in the border you go and you try to force, I want to come into India. You will get shot. There is no question of entering like that. Right? Sometimes in the compound wall, if you put, it will be written there. Entry, you cannot, no entry, prohibited. You will be imprisoned if you try to enter this place. Right? So here, foolish Hiranyaksha thinks that because he has got some power, he thinks, I can, let me see how big he is. He's trying to estimate the Lord's strength. So like, when two wrestlers, they come together for a fight, what do? They will catch each other's shoulders like an embrace and to see whose shoulder is powerful. So he tried to do like that, catch the Lord. But he realized as soon as he went, like for example, when I know the distance, this is, so I extend my arms to lift this much distance, I lift. So my assessment is correct, but as soon as I keep, this goes away there. So the Lord is playing this game. Just like with Yashoda, he played the game. She bought ropes and ropes, but suddenly she's like, oh, little is less. In the end, little rope has become less. So you cannot do such kind of things like that in any way. By force, you cannot do. Prabhupada quotes this verse from the Katha Upanishad. Nayam atma pravachanena nanabhyo na shrutena bhavuna medaya na bhavuna shrutaya. Nayam atma pravachanena nalabhyo medaya na bhavuna shrutena. What does that mean? The Lord cannot be naham atma pravachanena, by so-called eloquence and intelligence or scriptural understanding, study. You cannot capture the Lord. The Lord can be captured only by His will. If the Lord desires that, yes, I will allow this person, then you will be captured. Then you can associate with the Lord. Otherwise, it is not possible. It is, the Lord's potency is beyond any comprehension. Maya tatam midam sarvam jagat avyakta murtinaha. The Lord is, through His impersonal energy, as actually covering this entire universe. So what you are seeing is what you are seeing that the Lord is XYZ, he's got an X dimension. No. Maya tadam idam sarvam jagat avyaktamotina. The Lord has got an impersonal energy which covers everything in this universe. Our material calculations is not a definition of the Lord. We try to define the Lord, His potency, His leelas, everything from our limited material sphere. All aspects of the Lord we try to define with our limited material knowledges. You will get bewildered if you try to do that. Not only the Lord, a pure devotee of the Lord, you cannot materially understand Him at all. It is beyond any sort of material conception. There is no question of this one at all. When Lord Vamana appeared, just small Vatu Brahmana. But the Lord expanded into such a gigantic form. By the second step, the entire creation was covered. Bhur, Bhuva, all the three planetary systems were completely covered by the Lord. Unimaginable. So material estimation, is a small dwarf. In material estimation, is just a small dwarf. What is there? How much can a small child keep? His step, how big will it be? But in reality, is what? It is beyond comprehension. We cannot even comprehend what is the level of the Lord. Cannot be done at all. Advaitam achyutam anadim ananta rupam adhyam purana purusham nava yauvanam cha. In Brahma Samhita, Brahma is describing the Lord as what? Advaitam achyutam anadim ananta rupam. He is Advaita. He is Achyuta, infallible. Anadim, Anantam. He is the first. He is Ananta, limitless. Adhyam, first. He is the first person, yet he is the youngest person. Like we say, he is the first child. So he should be looking old. No, Krishna is the youngest. Krishna is the most beautiful. Nava Roop, Nava Yauvanam cha. So, material estimation, material calculation means what? He is the eldest means he will look the oldest. Eldest person will look the oldest. But here it is ulta. No, he is still very young. Nava Yauvanam cha. So, sometimes people say, Krishna, he played with the gopis. That means he will be very most lusty person. No. Prabhupada says he is the most brahmachari. The best of the best brahmachari was Lord Krishna. There cannot be a better brahmachari than Krishna. Our material estimation means what? Somebody who is doing all these things, he cannot be a brahmachari. But you cannot apply these principles to the Lord. That is demon. Because Prabhupada says demons have low intelligence. Their intelligence is very, very low. There is no any connection at all. They cannot see beyond the material. That's why Prabhupada says all knowledge derived from so-called material experiments and material ideas are very short-sighted, are very limited. It is not the truth. It is a very, very small aspect of the truth. Just like Vaman Deva, is he a small Vatu? He is so powerful, you can cover within 1 minute. Time he covered the entire universe. Huh? Krishna is a small child. Yashoda is thinking, this small child, I will tie him by the ropes. No, a small child, oh, it is so easy to, what is there in trying to control a small child? Nothing. So Yadavana, she's as a mother, she's thinking, I will teach you one lesson now. You are creating so much mischief. I will teach you one lesson. But she's forgetting that this boy, this so-called external aspect of that baby-like face of Krishna is not really baby. Krishna is nobody's child. He is Atmabhu. He is self-manifest. He is not born by from X, Y, or Z. He is self-manifest. Right? Of course, in Yashoda's case, Krishna put Yashoda into that kind of a consciousness because Krishna wanted to enjoy that Leela. But in the case of demons, they think like that. The Lord's Yoga Maya is not working there. So, material world, because of lack of spiritual understanding, everything is limited to so-called material estimation and calculations. So we must really think how we can remember. In the Bhagavad Gita, in the 11th chapter, when Arjuna is seeing that Virat Rupa, he says, one verse I remember. What is the scale of Krishna? He says, Divi Surya Sahasrasya Bhaved Yugapad Uttita Yadi Bha Sadrishi Sasyad Bhashastasya Mahatmanaha. If hundreds of thousands of suns rose up at once into the sky, they might resemble the effulgence of the Supreme Person in that universal form. Arjuna is describing Krishna as what? If thousands of suns rose, can you see even one sun directly with your eyes? When the sun is blazing in the sky, can you see? Your eyes will go. Immediately your eyes will be, you will be blinded. You will get blindness if you see the sun directly. You cannot see the sun. No human being can see the sun. If you open your eyes and openly, you think you are seeing the sun, you will close off immediately. You cannot see even for 1 second. You will do like that, that's all. As soon as you see the sun. So just imagine the sun here, Arjuna is saying, Divi Surya Sahasrasya Bhaved Yugapad Yuttita. Yadi Ba Sadrishi Sasyat Bhashastatsya Mahatmana. If hundreds of thousands of suns rose up at once into the sky, they might resemble the effulgence of the Supreme Person in that universal form. Tatraikastam Jagat Krishnam Pravibhaktam Anekada Apashyad Deva Devasya Sharire Pandavastada. At that time, Arjuna could see in the universal form of the Lord the unlimited expansions of the universe situated in one place through undivided into many, many thousands. So, who is Krishna? We cannot just go by. Just like people come, what is that deity? That's one stone Vigraha. That is one metal Vigraha. It's unlimited potency. Just like if you don't have knowledge about that thing, you cannot know its value. Just like a Picasso's painting, it is being sold for millions of rupees. Somebody who has no, what is this? Some crazy thing, right? Because you don't have the knowledge to estimate that. What is the value of that? You have no idea. So, as human beings, we should also think, like Prabhupada repeatedly says, we should know the value of human life, how rare it is, this human life. Let me not act like cats and dogs. Huh? After, so Prabhupada constantly keeps pointing out that engaging in sense gratification. No. Why waste our life? This human life is a very great gift of the Lord. Let me use it for its ultimate purpose. But material people, they have no knowledge. They say, why? They have their own ideas. Oh, yeah. So many things they keep on talking. Use your life for this, use your life for that, use your life for this. You should serve your this one, you should serve that one, you should serve this one. What is the use of those services? The real service that you can do, you got this material body. As a human being, if you got your life, use this life to serve Krishna and go back to Godhead. Your cycle of repeated birth and death can be stopped if you engage like this, rather than just doing something like that. If you want to see the Lord, it is something else. It is something else. If you have to see the Lord has to give you. Natumam shakshase drashtum anenaiva swachakshusha divyam dadamite chakshuhu pashyame yogam aishwaryam. What is Krishna saying? You cannot see my universal form in your present eyes. Therefore, I give you the eyes to behold my opulence. Natumam shakshase drashtum anenaiva swachakshusha. With this material eyes, my dear Arjuna, you cannot see my universal form. I will give you another eyes. Divyam dadami te chakshuhu pashyame yogamash. Divyam dadami me chakshusha. You should get divya eyes to see the opulence of the Lord, which unfortunately Hiranyaksha didn't have at that point of time to see the divyata of that Varaha Rupa. to see the divinity of, sometimes they keep on asking, what is the use of becoming a sadhu? What is the use? What is the use? You are useless, you are a parasite to the country. You are depending. There's so many things people talk. Recently in Kumbh Mela, some boy, they got one fellow and they are so much creating. He's a waste for the society. He's like that, he did like this, so many things. Actually, when we look at it from the spiritual dimension, from knowledge, how foolish it is. Simple thing. A devotee, he knows the value of what is this. You know how valuable, how important this is. But because of why they are not able, why Hiranyaksha, right, he is seeing in front of him, but he is not able to perceive the value of that. Hey, the Lord has come to you, why don't you just surrender? No, I will fight with him. I will estimate, oh, acha, ये कितना power है, देख लेते हैं उसका. Huh? What is the use? Are you going to win this battle? Even in the material world, matter is so powerful, Prakriti is so powerful. You cannot win battles. You cannot fight. Can you? That's why Prabhupada says, can you fight old age, disease and death? Human beings are working so hard to overcome old age, to overcome disease, to overcome death. And Prabhupada repeatedly says, impossible. The solution is not to fight with it. The solution is to engage in service of the controller of the old age, disease and death. If cancer has come, if heart disease has come, then what should you do? The spiritual way of doing it is, please ask the father of cancer, please ask the father of heart disease to help him come out of this. Right? And if the father desires, he can help you out. That's more sober way of doing things. Oh, tsunami is coming, build a bridge, build a wall, build a wall. Are you'll fight tsunami with your wall. Big ships. I was seeing video, big ships. Pooh. Like how we throw like a toy. It is just throwing it away like that. Material nature is so powerful. How can we challenge all these kind of things by our limited things? No, it's so foolish. That's why Prabhupada says, Vedic system is simple. Don't do gigantic things, whatever is required. No. Human being is there. Krishi, Goraksha, Vanijya. Whatever is required for your sustenance, that much only effort you should do in this material world. Beyond that, gigantic ways of trying to improve the material sustenance of the life is very foolish. It is not sustainable. I will build new cars, I will build that, this. Like Prabhupada is saying, petrol will be over very soon. What will you do then? It's going to be over also. Next, I will build electric car. Oh. Now they have tried, they're trying that. We will keep it going, we'll keep it going, we'll keep it there. They are hoping against hope that petrol is over, next level will do. After that, this hydrogen, next this. Still you have to die. Prabhupada is saying, still you have to die. Will your petrol or with your hydrogen or with your electric save you from disease, old age? No, these are very, very important questions we should ask, no? Doesn't it make sense that we have we should pursue we should pursue a goal which is uh, um, really fulfilling something larger rather than running behind very, very petty things. Hmm? You know, children, small children, they also come under lot of stress. It's like you can see sometimes children over some small things, they fight and they cry and they become so upset, right? Sometimes they get fever because of the stress and this one like that. But as adults, when we look at that child acting like that, what do we feel? Why are you behaving like this? We say no. That is a very minor thing. That child will come and complain. That boy did like this to me. He did like this. He cried. What will the mother say? What will the father say? Ayo, leave it, man. What is there in this? It is no big deal. Doesn't make any much difference. That child, mother, we will all try to say, keep quiet, leave it. It is not of any significance. Actually, people who are intelligent must be also thinking about us when we do all these kind of things. Oh, we are doing all these things. They must be indifferent to what we are acting, the way we are acting and behaving. How childish, how foolish these people are. This is exactly what Narada Muni came and preached to Chitraketu. When Chitraketu's son died, he was in so much vilapa. Oh, so much he anchored. I want a child, I want a child. And after so much tapasya, Chitraketu got this child. But in the end, by nature or whatever material world, he lost that child. So at that time, Chitraketu was so upset. So upset. So at that time, Narada Muni was preaching to him this way only. Are, why you are so much? Why you are bewildered? He explains how fleeting this material world is. So we must, as human beings, we must become very intelligent by understanding the true purpose of life and surrendering to the Supreme Personality of the Lord rather than arrogantly trying to uh, go about our lives thinking that I will live and enjoy in this material world. No, it is not possible. That kind of a mentality will only lead us to our destruction, nothing else. Struggle, endeavor to overcome our material weaknesses. That should be our effort. People are endeavoring, no, in the material world also. Hiranyakashipu did lot of tapasya. Ravana did lot of tapasya to become materially powerful. A devotee also endeavors. He does tapasya for what? To get the mercy of the Lord, we must be able to control our senses. We must do tapasya to control our senses. Vacho vegam, manaso vegam, krodho vegam, jibba vegam, udaro pasta vegam, etan vegan. All these things. We can be, we have to overcome. And that our process of overcoming is by adopting the principles of bhakti. By rendering tivrena bhakti yogena yajeta purusham param. By doing tivra bhakti, we will overcome all these different anarthas, and we can be situated in the highest platform of devotional engagement. People are doing lot of material endeavors, so much of tapasya on the platform of ego. They are trying to push themselves up and down. We push ourselves spiritually. We get up early morning. We chant Krishna's name. We avoid X, Y, Z. They become attached to material things, material people. We detached from material people, material things, and we attach ourselves to Krishna. It's exactly opposite directions our journey should be from what the material world is anchoring and pursuing. Our life is totally different. They are going in one direction, we are going in another direction. There is no match at all. Asatsanga tyaga, satsanga chadiya. We give up asatsanga, we take up spiritual satsanga. How to manage these things in the current situation? Intelligently work, taking good association, taking good guidance, how to manage these things. That's the sober way of doing these things. Slowly, as you become more and more intelligent, as you become more and more mature, Krishna will give you more and more. Krishna is saying that. Dadami buddhi yogam, how to engage in Krishna's service, Krishna will give intelligence. He gives intelligence. We'll stop here if there's any question, comments. ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की, श्रील प्रभुपाद की.